good win for us under the circumstances, being down by 8 at halftime. Irvine played a terrific game, especially in the first half, and we didn't. But our second half defense, our players did a great job, and we're proud of them. And hopefully they can see when we defend at that level, we're a pretty good basketball team.
There's kind of a struggle there in the first half, Coach. Was there any aspect of being ranked in the top 10 that sort of, I don't know, caused you guys to take them for granted in the slightest sense?
No, we didn't take this team lightly at all, and we made the point after our game on Sunday. We had so many turnovers, and it just didn't look like the same team at stretches in that game. We came out ready to play tonight. We took a 12-2 lead, I believe, and then they hit 3 threes in a row on us. And our offense, we turned the ball over 8 times in the first half, gave up a few offensive rebounds. We weren't getting any ball movement, and then defensively, we just didn't look like an elite defensive team like we have been. So we made some adjustments at halftime, and it was really on the players. They came out the second half and defended like we have the last couple of years.
What are some of the things you can help work out with your fast break? I know you had 10 fast break points to 0 for them, but there was also the steals where you get nothing out of it.
Well, we had about 4 or 5 opportunities in the second half where we finally came back and we had a chance to take the lead and extend it, and I think we went 0 for 4 on 3-on-2. We had a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1, a 3-on-2, a 4-on-3. That is frustrating because you can drill all that as much as you can, but every fast break is different, the positions. But some of our players we're disappointed in because they need to make smarter decisions and give the ball up earlier, or don't give it up so early and keep the dribble until you truly have an advantage. And so we'll keep working on it, but a lot of that is just a feel for the game. And unfortunately, some of our guys did not do a very good job tonight. We're confident that they can improve on that here coming up.
Coach Chavez, it looked like, had kind of a slow start to this game. You pulled him early for Josh Morgan, it looked like. And then the second half, he was just really dominant. Can you, speak about what kind of changed for him there in that second half to kind of...
We started out, missed 2 jump hooks from 3 or 4 feet, and then he turned the ball over, and his guy scored 3 times. So we took him out. Joshua came in and did a great job for us in the first half. And then Chavez, when the second half started, he was ready to play. And he was dominant. His first step is really improved. His footwork, he can make shots with his right and left hand now, and he's become just a complete basketball player at that position. We're very proud of him. But we have a long season left, and we will need more efforts like that.
He and Isaiah combined for 45 of your 66 points on the night where Max didn't have his best night, Drew didn't have his best night. What can you say about the way those two sort of just took over and propelled you guys?
Well, the nights that our big guys haven't played well, our guards have played well. That's why we're 11-0. Tonight, our guards didn't shoot the ball well. If you look at our 4 guards that played a lot, Reese, 5 guards, the percentages aren't very good. That happens. And I was proud of Boogie Ellis because he really ran our team in the second half like a true lead guard does. And Ethan gave us great minutes tonight defensively. But Boogie didn't force things. He defended at a high level. And I thought, even though he only had 4 shot attempts, I was very proud of his the way he ran our team. And we just need some of our wing players and other guards to make some shots.
You talked about Chavez's first step. You talked about it out there a little bit too. How do you improve that? What goes into that? And what does that first step enable him to do a little bit different than maybe this year?
Well, I give Curtis Schultz, our strength coach, a ton of credit because Chavez worked so hard. His quickness has improved, his strength. He's leaner this year with his body. He just looks quicker, and he is quicker. And then Coach Mobley and our staff have worked really hard with his skill sets, how to score facing up, how to score back to the basket, use your right, your left hand, read the defense, feel the defense, spin off of it, etc. And he's become very good at that. Now, the most of the credit goes to Chavez because he spent so much time in the off season, during the season, he works on his game. And what you see here is an incredibly improved player from last year. And this is the second year with us. And so we're very proud of his work ethic. He is one of the hardest workers we've ever coached, every day in practice, on his own. And he has a passion for the game of basketball. And to improve like that, you have to have that passion. And I think you see it every time he steps on the court.
How important is it for you guys to play these, super tight games like this one, like against Washington State? I'm sure you'd like to win by 30, but when you get into, the thick of Pac-12 play, Pac-12 tournament, March Madness, things like that, how important is it to play these type of games, and what can you say about the kind of heart and grit that your team has showed.
Yeah, I think you need to be challenged, and Irvine is a very good basketball team. We knew that they have great size. They have Welp as an elite scorer at his position. They have good three-point shooting, and they're very good defense. So we knew when we scheduled this game that this was going to be a tough game, and it was. But we've had a few close games this year. We won a couple games on the road, neutral site games that were physical, and then at home here. I think we are ready for a conference to start, even though we already played 2 conference games. And one of those, like you said, at Washington State was a one-possession game, and we were able to make plays down in the last 30 seconds to win it. So if you look at over a 31-game schedule, your team's not going to play their best every single game. There's always 4 or 5 games you probably play great, and a few games you don't play well at all, and then it's really that in-between whether you have a good season or not. And I think tonight was one of those games where we didn't play our best, but we brought our defense in the second half and it helped us win the game.
Russell Turner seemed to think that they lost the game on the boards in the second half. How much of that was a conversation at halftime in your locker room?
Yeah, we only had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in the first half, and we missed a lot of shots. And so I thought, if you look, Isaiah had 5. Isaiah went out of his area 3 times in the second half, and Chavez went out of his to get it. Max went out of his area and got that big offensive rebound, and that's what we need. We're athletic. Our bigs are very quick, and that was a huge advantage for us because they're just as big as us in their front line. But I thought our guys really played hard, especially in the second half.
With them having as big of a front line, did you feel like Chavez and Isaiah took it as a challenge the way they played tonight?
You have to ask them, but both of them played very well.
What's your biggest takeaway from this 3-game home stretch where you probably didn't play your best in any of the 3 games, but you come away with 3 wins?
Well, I think this game will help us because being down 8 at halftime and then coming out and defending at the level that we need to defend at. And our players, I think, came together and realized that they have to do it as a team. So I think we will get some benefit out of this close game, and especially being down so much at half. We haven't been down by 8 at halftime all season. So this was the first time, and I think they were up by 10. So this was our first comeback by 10 or more being down. And I can remember 4 years ago, out of our 26 wins, we were down double digits, 13 out of our 26 wins. So we're hoping this team isn't like that, but it is nice to know that players can come together and they're not out of a game if they get down a little bit.
Do one more for Coach.
How do you see this team kind of coming together? You talked about how they kind of took that responsibility. You mentioned it out there that at halftime your speech was pretty short. You kind of put it on them. How is this group, adding those new pieces coming together for you?
We have a lot of maturity on the team, and I think if we keep realizing it's not about individual statistics, it's about what can you do to help your team win. And I thought in the second half, like I mentioned Boogie Ellis, he ran our team. He did a great job of running our team, and that's a big step for him because he's trying to be a true lead guard. And I thought he did an outstanding job. He played great defense. He ran the team. He got people where he needed to be, and everybody just came together. And it was all about winning. And if you look at our big guys, they're the ones that carried the load offensively because our guards had off shooting nights. But it was fun to watch everybody on the court just care about winning. So that's the biggest takeaway. We have that in us. When we don't play as well as we can offensively, if they just care about winning and making winning plays, I think we'll be a pretty good team.